Listen, my friends, once you are able to do this with the tripod, what? All of the legs, you know what? I'll do it again for you because you didn't catch that the first time, okay? Back down you go. Let's do it one more time. It's that easy to extend the legs. This is the Smallrig Tribex SE. And in this video, we got to talk about this tripod. Did you see how easy that was? One squeeze. So far. Anyways, what's up, y'all? It's Tight Shirt here, Warford. I'm back for another video. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. And remember to be thankful for your freaking life today because you did not have to have it. A few housekeeping items before we get started. Number one, this video is sponsored by Smallrig. So feel however you want to feel about that, okay? If you don't want to watch the video, I totally understand, okay? But there's just some things in life that you got to deal with, champ. And this is one of those things, okay? With that being said, this is going to be more so overview of the Tribex SC that's in collaboration between Smallrig and Potato Jet, so shout out to Potato Jet, more so than a review. Although they didn't tell me I couldn't say anything negative about it and all that other good stuff. I'm just throwing it out there. Listen, I remember seeing the original version of this tripod, the Tribex, at what was it, NAB, CES or something like that a year or so ago, and I was blown away because I had never seen anything like it with a tripod. Typically with tripods, and I have other tripods that have clamp systems, which are pretty easy to use. I have tripods that have the whole screw system, which we know how bad those sucks, and a tripod that all you have to do is use one hydraulic clamp and it deploys all of the legs and makes it super easy to collapse the tripod. Also, I was like, yo, I need one of those, my boy. The issue was it was way out of my price range. So the Tribex SE takes a whole lot from the bigger Tribex, but it makes it way more affordable. Anyways, I hate to throw around the term game changer, okay? However, I will use it when it's appropriate. And I've used it talking about other tripods because some other tripods do have some game changing features. But this right here, this quick deploy system is honestly so fire. And for me, it is game changing, especially with this being my, everyday run and gun tripod. It's just so fire. So this has some unique features that I want to get into real quick. But one thing I do want to say is I'm so glad because it's like 40 degrees out here. And this is, although aluminum, it has like rubber on it. So these are not like cold. Usually with these tripods in the cold, you got to get the freezy fingers, you know what I'm saying? And I don't with that. So let me show you some of the interesting things about this Tribex SE. Oh yeah, and if I want to just collapse it, let me just go ahead and collapse it. It's just that simple. This is wild. You know what, actually, let's talk about the nerdy stuff first. So the Tribex SE is aluminum and it weighs 8.1 pounds. So it is not by any means a small tripod, but it's also not like a big tripod. I think this is probably the biggest tripod I will be willing to travel with. But with that said, it is aluminum, so that means it is mad sturdy. I don't have any issues running any of my camera setups on here. I feel confident about putting any of my camera gear on top of here. And total combined payload capacity between the Tribex and the fluid head is about 13 pounds. So if you run cinema cameras, as long as you're not making like super big rigs, you should be fine running them on here with no problem. Now, when it comes to maximum height, okay, let me take the camera off real quick. All right. I am just under 6 feet tall. So you can get a gauge of how tall this tripod can operate. This is the head, this is the center column all extended and the legs fully extended. So this is about how much height that you'll get. So just under, I'll probably say like 65, 66 inches. I'm probably right spot on, but more than enough for most people, right? Now, when you collapse the Tribex all the way down, it's 27.9 inches. So let me show you what that looks like real quick. Even though I've already done it a time or two in this video. Oh, let me drop the center column down. All right, and then let's drop this all the way down so that you can see it. So that's about how tall it is. Now, it can go even lower to the ground. On the back, there is an Allen key that's built into it that you'll need to remove to get the center column out. And then I'm gonna lift this up. And right here, there's a place for the Allen key to go in. So you give this a few turns, and then you can pull the head right off. Right? So we'll put this down, and then if I unscrew this, then we can drop the center column all the way out. So we'll throw that to the side. And then you lift up these on the legs, and these fold all the way out. Now you can see how close you can get to the ground. And then when you're done, we'll just fold the legs back down, and then we can put the center column back together. Let's move in to take a look at the clutch and also the fluid head. All right, so here's where the magic happens. This is the clutch right here. So on the previous version of the Tribex, you were able to move this clutch up in a few different positions. So I'm gonna give you an example. So this says push right here. We push this down, we can move this over to the side, right? Well, on the previous version, you were also able to lock it like at a 45-degree angle. This one, you can leave it there, but it won't lock. So it'll only lock in this position or in that position. Now, of course, if you want to raise the tripod or lower it, all you have to do is squeeze that and it will do the rest of it. The hydraulics will do everything. Now, you do have to give it like an extra split second after you let the clutch go to let the fluid and everything settle in there, but it's not a big deal. It's just something that you need to be mindful of. Now, the next dope thing is this handle. Obviously, you can take off if you don't want to use it. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it gets in my way and I just take it off. But what's dope about this is this can actually extend. So if you want to make this longer for like a bigger cinema rig or like a broadcast style rig, you can, and then you can just lock it back into place if you want to. Also, you can mount it to either side of it. Now, this head works with Manfrotto style plates and also DJI plates. Actually, let me show it to you real quick. So I'm just gonna loosen this up real quick. There's a button on the back, so we're just gonna slide that right off, and I'm gonna put the camera over here so you can see it. Let's go ahead and go handheld. All right, so you see right there, this says for RS2, RS3, or standard. So all you do is push down the button, whatever applies. If you did want to use it with one of DJI's plates, you would literally just push that button down. And then when you want to go back to standard, just push that down again. Also, I know I told y'all about the Allen wrench. That goes right there. So this is where you would take it out if you wanted to take off that center column. Then we'll just slide it back into place, tighten it back down, and then that bad boy ain't going nowhere. Now, obviously you have a knob right here and a bubble level. This will allow you to pan it left and right. Now, this actually does have a built-in counterbalance system. The only thing is you can't adjust it. So it's enough resistance there to always, if you got a heavier setup on there, and give you some much needed resistance so your camera just doesn't go flopping over. So as you see, this is a super smooth fluid head. Like there's no slack that you have to take up or anything. As soon as you start it in motion, it goes wherever you put it at. The only thing is there is no way with this fluid head to swap to vertical content if that's something that you're looking for, so just keep that in mind. But otherwise, the adjustments are super simple. If you want to tighten down this axis and the counterbalance, you just tighten that. If you want to tighten down the pan axis, you just tighten this knob. Last thing, this knob on the original Tribex, you had to pull this out and then turn it to lock it or unlock it. On this one, you don't have to do that. You literally just give it a twist, and then there you go. So overall, a very well thought out fluid head. Again, the only thing is you can't flip this from vertical to horizontal easily. So that's something that you need to consider. Other than that, fire. At this point in my life, I'm 40 years old, bro. So that means I'm all about things that make my job easier on a day-to-day basis. And this is one of them things. I'm always setting up tripods, breaking down tripods and all that stuff. And this Tribex SE has made that so much easier to manage. Sure, I have tripods that have other perks and advantages and stuff like that, but this EasyX clutch system is honestly so freaking game changing, and it has made my life so much easier. With that said, if you're looking for a tripod that is easy to deploy, has great payload capacity, great build quality, that's not too expensive, make sure you check that link, because obviously when these things go on sale, I'll make sure that that link is updated for you. But this is definitely one that you should check out for sure. So thank you to Smallrig for sponsoring this video, and until next time, I'm out of here. Tight shirt, Terry Warfield. Peace of chicken grease. Much love, y'all. Peace.